And in Isaiah 41:4, we see that Yahweh says, I Yahweh am the first, and with the last I am he. Meaning, and in the midst of the last I will arise to fulfill the prophecies given to Yosef, Moshe, and the rest. I hope that is clear, because I do believe it's very important. And to understand it a lot better, we can go to Genesis 49. While you go to Genesis 49, I will finish reading this part of Deuteronomy 18:15. Then Yahweh your Elohim will raise up for you a prophet like me from your midst, from your brethren. Listen that it says from your brethren, your brethren. So it wasn't necessarily from Moshe or from Levi, from the tribe of Levi or Levi. He's saying from your brethren, so he would be from another tribe. And as I already explained, that tribe would come from Joseph, from whom came Ephraim and Menashe. The second coming, comes from Ephraim. So it says, from your brethren, him you shall hear. Him you shall hear. Why? Because he is the voice. And the voice, you hear it. Like the sheep hear the voice of the good shepherd and know him. Verse 16, according to all you desired of Yahweh your Elohim in Horeb in the day of the assembly, saying, let me not hear again the voice of Yahweh my Elohim, nor let me see this great fire anymore, lest I die. So the people said, we don't want to see the fire nor hear the voice of the angel. So Yahweh said, I will turn that angel into a man who will be the last manifestation of Yahweh on earth, the voice, the good shepherd, the hen, the consuming fire. Yahushua came as the water of life. The second coming is as the consuming fire. That's why they said, nor let me see this great fire anymore. The second coming is the voice and the great fire. The first coming is the word and the water of life. In Judaism, they believe in two messiahs. Two messiahs. Messiah ben Yosef, Messiah ben David. In that order. That's how they believe it. So in Judaism, like I said, they believe in two Israelites that would be anointed. Anointed means Mashiach. Or actually I should say Mashiach means anointed. So they believe in two Mashiachs, in two Messiahs, in two people from Israel who would be anointed in order to fulfill the prophecies. That is how they see it in Judaism. First, one from Joseph, Mashiach ben Yosef. You can look for it like that. And second, Mashiach ben David. Mashiach ben Yosef, Mashiach ben David, the two messiahs in Judaism. That is actually correct, however, in a different order, but that I will explain in a bit. That is actually correct, and that is what Christians get wrong. Because for Christians, it's not two messiahs, it's one that appears two different times. Like Alejandro just said, the second time being Revelation 19, as Christians believe, in the war of Armageddon at the end of the 7 years, which makes no sense, and I will explain why later on. So, Judaism believes in two messiahs in one time, one manifestation. Comes Yosef, he fights in a war, he gets killed, then Messiah ben David comes and resurrects him and fulfills the rest. So to them, to Judaism, two messiahs in one time. But in Christianity, one Messiah, two times. So it is pretty similar. And what is funny is that both have something right, but both have a lot wrong. So if we study Christianity and all the doctrines of Christianity, if we study Judaism and the doctrines that they have to do, that they believe regarding Messiah, and if then we go to scriptures, we are going to see that scriptures speaks of two messiahs like Judaism, and speaks of two different times in which those two messiahs would manifest, having in the middle 2,000 years. First and the last. So Christianity has a right, two comings. That's why they believe in the first 2,000 years ago. But Judaism has right, two messiahs. So, two Israelim that would be anointed for one moment in history. The first would be through the tribe of Yahushua or Yosef, who would die in the war, and the second through the tribe of Yehudah, who would resurrect the first and bring peace. Two men, one time. In Christianity, the way they see it, Messiah is the incarnation of the Almighty through the tribe of Yehudah, one time to die for men. And he himself, the same person from the tribe of Yehudah, would come from the heavens to pick up during the rapture, and then what some people call the second coming, they say is the rapture, some people say is the war of Armageddon. Either way, he won't be born again. They don't mention nothing to do with the tribe of Joseph. In Christianity, you will never hear anybody talking about somebody from the tribe of Joseph as being important, because they don't understand the second coming. So they only understand that from the tribe of Yehudah, die, resurrects, and then he doesn't have to be born again. He doesn't have to die again. He only has to come and pick up everybody. So one man, two times. Judaism, two men, one time. Christianity, one man, two times. If we get the thesis and the antithesis, we get the synthesis, which is basically the truth. In this case, when we get all the prophecies and the doctrine that some have, the doctrine that others have, with the scriptures, we can bring down the falsehood of each and come to the truth. The truth is, as I have already been saying it, that Yahweh would manifest twice on earth through two men, through two different tribes, during two different times in history. So yeah, there is 2,000 years between the first and the last. Yeah, like Christians believe in those 2,000 years between first and second coming. However, they don't understand that he would have to be born again, like the Jewish people do, that he would have to be born from two tribes, two different tribes. So the first coming, he would appear as the light of the world, because he came in the fourth millennium, when the light of the world was created. During the fourth day of creation, the sun was created. That's why Yahushua appeared during the fourth millennium, the fourth day, because to Yahweh one day is like 1,000 days, like 1,000 years. I'm sorry, one day like 1,000 years. So during the fourth day, Yahweh created the sun, the light of the world. During the fourth millennium, Yahushua appeared as the light of the world. During the sixth day, Yahweh created men. So during the sixth millennium, Yahweh would manifest as the Son of Man. So the light of the world, the Son of Man. Fourth millennium, sixth millennium. 2,000 years in the middle. First and second coming. First and last. The first, as we know, came from the tribe, genetically, came from the tribe of Yehudah. The first, genetically, came from the tribe of Yehudah. But as we are going to see, he rejected being called son of David. He claimed, he confirmed that he is the root of David. The root of David, not the son of David. So even though he genetically was the son of David, spiritually he is the root of David. In the same way, just like genetically he was the son of David, spiritually he was the son of Joseph. How is that? His stepfather, husband of Mary, Miriam, really, husband of Miriam, was called Joseph. So we see in the scriptures that Yahushua was called Yahushua ben Yosef, Yahushua son of Joseph. Everybody thought he was son of Joseph. So Yahushua came as the son of Joseph, symbolically, spiritually, as Judaism expected the son of Joseph to come first. But physically or genetically, he came as the son of David. And that's why Christianity doesn't understand the son of Joseph as the second coming. I hope I'm not confusing anybody. I'm explaining all this as an introduction for what I am about to read in Genesis 49. So, just like the first came genetically through David, the tribe of Yehudah, symbolically he was the son of Joseph, because Joseph was the name of the husband of Miriam. The second coming happens the same the other way around. He will come genetically from Joseph through the tribe of Ephraim. However, through his belief in Yahushua, he will become a Yahudi. He will be connected to the root of David, and therefore he will become the branch of David, the son of David. Because in Yahushua there's no Greek, there is no Yahudi, because we are one in him, and he is Yahudi. So even though a person may be from the tribe of Ephraim, as it is the case with the last, by accepting Yahushua, he becomes a Yahudi. Genetically Ephraim, spiritually Yahudi. So he can fulfill the second coming, which has those two characteristics, basically. So first and last, the first came as the Kohen Gadol, or high priest. The second coming is as the king, the great king, Melech Gadol. The Kohen Gadol was Mashiach ben Yehudah, and the Melech Gadol is Mashiach ben Yahusef. That's why Yahusef became the king in Egypt. So it is one Elohim. Remember, Elohim is plural, but is used as singular when it has to do with the Father, who has authority over all powers. So one mighty one Elohim, as two men in two times.